Welcome back. I'm Gary Parr.
Jenifer Kopaz-Rouse.
And you are listening to and watching the weekly Midweek Fiber Talk podcast, middle of the Wednesday, whatever show that we do. This is number 300 for the midweek shows. Can you believe that?
Wow. That's a lot.
Because we started those after we were doing the regular shows. So we've done now 300 midweek shows, and we're close to 400 of the others.
Wow. Right. And you started those with Christine.
Right.
The midweek ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Because people were wanting us to talk about what we were doing. And so we tried one and people liked them, and so we were doing them. But so there's, I think we're closing in on 400 of the Sunday shows with guests. And then I don't know how many live shows there are. There's easily a couple hundred of those. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's all the live ones that we did every week, or special shows, or.
Right. Yeah. So 300 of these already.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Yep. I know. It's been how many years now that you've been doing it? 6, 7?
6 or 7. I'm not sure. Yeah, I lose track.
I know.
Just keep doing them.
I know.
I don't know. Just keep doing them.
This September, I'll be on for 4 years.
Oh, is that right?
I started in 2020,
Wow.
August or September of 2020.
So because you and Beth started pretty much the same time, right?
Mm-hmm. She was like a week or two before me.
So 4 years for you two guys? Holy smokes.
I know, right?
And that means Cindy's got to be at least 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. How does that happen?
I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't know. Isn't it? It's nuts.
4 years. See, and you just do it. We just keep doing them. I don't keep track. Yeah.
I know. It doesn't seem like it.
Wow. So cool. Okay. Yep. So we've done a bunch of them basically. Yeah. So if we miss a week, there's plenty more to go back and listen to.
For sure.
Yep. Sunday's guest from the Woolen Needle, Annette Boland. Wow. 'Cause if anybody's been watching Beth's Instagram, or I think I even posted it last time, she's been doing some wool applique. Well, that was Annette Boland, her design, and Beth's guild, EGA guild, her EGA guild did a class with Annette at the Woolen Needle. So then we interviewed her. Holy smokes, that wool applique, I think I have to give that a try. Yeah. That's cool stuff. Yeah.
It is. It's fun.
You've done it?
I've done some. That's done more than me now.
Yeah.
I've done some, but I haven't gotten as fancy as she's got with hers. Now I'm going to take that Sue Spargo class.
That's right. Yeah. So
in October.
Yeah. So that's Sunday. So wool applique, she dyes wool, does punch needle, and she does a bunch of quilting and embellishes quilting. So that's all that. So okay, so that's Sunday, but now this Sue Spargo class you're taking, tell about that.
That's very similar. Where she ultra embellishes. You can start with wool applique, or sometimes she just starts on a piece of fabric, and you just start putting in different embroidery stitches, and you super duper ultra embellish stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're taking that class then.
Mm-hmm. And I am working on that embroidery handbook that I started with in Colchester Mills Fabric in Connecticut.
Oh, yeah.
That my friend Nancy's teaching. And I have got to get up. I'm behind. I'm very behind.
Yeah. So that Sue Spargo, you were saying the other day that's a full week?
Yeah, it's like Monday through Friday.
Wow.
9 to 4.
All day, every day, huh?
Intense. Yeah. It's in October.
What fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because she does pretty sophisticated stuff from what I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah, and you just layer and layer and layer.
Right.
She has a little thing. She has a YouTube channel where during the pandemic she did a little stitch along. And it's on her YouTube channel. It's free. And you can just kind of see I've watched a couple of them, how she starts with something and then let's add this and let's add this and then add this and then this. And
Oh,
yeah.
you're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
I'm excited.
Where'd you say that was, in Maine?
Yeah, in Bar Harbor, Maine.
See, I'd go there just to go to Maine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I did nothing, I'd go there.
And it's in this really nice like resort event center that's right on the water.
Oh.
The meals are included, so it's got a meal plan, and it's expensive, but it's going to be nice.
Yep.
I splurged. This is a splurge for sure.
Yep, I would do it just to go to Maine.
I know we haven't been yet.
I've been several times to Maine because I used to have trade shows in Boston a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so Margot would fly out. I'd go and do a trade show, and then Margot would fly out to Boston, and that's when you could afford to rent a car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, until now it's so ridiculous. But so we would rent a car and drive up to Kennebunkport.
Oh, okay.
And stay there for there's Captain Lord Mansion is the one that we stayed in several times, bed and breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And then drive around, and then we went to the LL Bean store in
Okay.
you know, wherever that is, and
Yeah.
oh yeah, we've driven a bunch of Maine. That's
Oh,
beautiful.
wow.
Beautiful
We
country.
haven't been up there yet. I mean, we're here, but it's still just to get there. It's like a 5-6 hour drive.
Right.
So we
Yeah.
haven't gone that far. So
Yeah, where you're
Urian's he's gonna drive me like the day before I need to be there. We're gonna drive up because he has Sophie, and we'll drive up all together and we'll stay the night somewhere and then see some stuff, whatever. And then he'll drop me off the next day and then he'll drive home so he can work the whole week.
Okay.
And then he'll drive back up on Friday to pick me up and we'll stay the night. Maybe we'll do the weekend and take a couple days to get home, you know?
Yeah, sure.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because when we did it from Boston, that wasn't very far at all.
No, yeah, because you're already kind of over there. And
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll
Captain
have to go
Lord
up
Mansion
through
is where we
Connecticut,
stayed.
around Boston.
Yeah, you gotta play the game. Yeah.
Because, man, you get that Boston traffic, even far out, it starts getting heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah.
So.
No, that was just it. We were right downtown Boston, so it was just get on the expressway and head north. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it thins out. I mean, it's been a few years, but it thinned out pretty fast. You didn't have to get very far north, and there was nobody. Just
Yeah,
oh,
we had
man.
to go in a couple of times. The Dutch consulate was there, and back when Urian was still a Dutch citizen, he had to go there for something. And then they were like, you can get your American citizenship now. You've been here 2 years. And we're like, oh, we didn't know it could be that soon. We thought it was like 5 or something. So, yeah, he got his American and doesn't have the other now. But, yeah, so what we did to go in is we drove to a train station that was on the outskirts. And then took the train in. And it was really nice. Very clean. Nice trains, clean. Very different from the ones that we took to go down to New York.
Yeah, that's a different beast.
That was
there.
a long time ago, and I know they've replaced some trains, but I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. Based on what I heard the other day on a podcast about the tolls that they want to put in for going into Manhattan, people are still unhappy with the trains in New York. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, you'll have a good time. That's going to be great fun. Anxious to hear about that. Yeah, that's a whole week. Boy, that's pretty special. You win.
I know.
Yep.
I've done knitting ones before, but not a whole week. It's been like maybe 4 days, but yeah, not five full days of stitching.
Yeah.
Like the stitching happens on all the days.
Yeah. Well, and Sue Spargo, I mean, she's top end stuff, so.
For sure.
Yeah, that's going to be great. So
yeah.
Good for you. All right. Obviously, if you're watching the YouTube version, you're seeing video, and if you're video of us, that people seem to like it. So we'll keep doing the midweek shows that way. I don't know if we'll get the Sunday shows to do it with video, because one of the things I found, trying to set up ones with Sunday guests is when they hear that it's just audio, they don't have to be on camera, they seem more willing. So,
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll pick and choose there, but the Sunday shows we can do, or the Wednesday shows we can do. People seem to like it, so we'll do it. If you want to see our talking heads, we'll do
that way,
it.
we can show.
Right.
They're hoping to see something.
Yeah. So we'll have to show something. Yeah. So all right.
Could sit here and crochet.
Oh, then we got coming up the 24th and 5th. Those plans are starting to take shape. So Sassy Jacks, the 24th and 25th will be there. And we'll let you know as soon as Kim is able to figure it out. She's been doing classes, so we need to get...
Yeah, Kathy Haberman was there.
Yeah.
Hands-on design over the weekend.
So Kim needs a moment, and then we'll get things scheduled, and so we'll let you know when the meet and greet is. But we'll be there Monday and Tuesday, 24th and 25th of June. First time all of us have been together. So Beth and Jenifer and Cindy and Robin Rossignol will be with us, and me, all together. First time in the same room. That's going to be...
I know.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
First time I've met anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, because Cindy and Beth and I have been together for a couple of events up in Iowa, but yeah, we've never had a chance to be with you. So yep. So that's going to be really cool. So that's the 24th and 5th. That's in Woodfin, North Carolina, is where the new shop is. Woodfin, North Carolina, and we'll get information posted, and then we're planning on 2 live shows, and then we're going to see where it goes from there. I really hope we can actually pack orders for people who order while we're there. I think that would be great fun.
Yeah, if she'll let us.
If she'll let us. If she's
she
smart,
might be like...
Yeah, if she's smart, she won't.
Yeah.
But we'll take you through the shop and take you through when we buy stuff, because we know we're going to buy stuff. Inevitable. And then coming out of the last Wednesday's show, Jenifer's going to teach us how to spin.
Yeah.
So that'll be a hoot. I don't know.
I know. Oh my gosh.
So we're gonna use drop spindles. It looks like it's pretty easy to make drop spindles. So I'm gonna make some for each of us, which is hobby wooden car wheels and dowels. Is basically all it is.
Yep.
So
and a little hook.
Yeah, and a hook on the end. So I'm gonna make for all of us, and then Jenifer's gonna bring a bunch of fluff and teach us how to spin yarn. So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I'm most curious to experience that. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
we'll see. I bet y'all do pretty good.
Yeah,
you can handle teeny weeny little needles and definitely do so.
Yeah. Yeah, this all came out of last Wednesday's show. Jenifer had that blue fluff that you have. Holy smokes, merino. That stuff is gorgeous. Merino wool.
Then you got me started pulling it apart, and then I couldn't stop. You do get into kind of a trance, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, if you want to see beautiful dyed merino wool, go watch last Wednesday's live show.
And me looking like...
Yeah, Jenifer just drooling at some point. It's just gorgeous stuff, though. It's just beautiful. But it was so funny because you said I don't know if it was after the show or during, where you were getting warm with all that wool laying all over your lap.
I was getting hot because it was laying all over me like this big fluffy, and because it was so open and airy, it really traps the heat. The more open and airy the yarn, the more it has more room to trap the heat.
Right.
So it was like this big hot. Fluffy I was like, oh my God, I'm starting to sweat.
Jennifer doing a major hot flash right there with wool.
I know. It was. Yep. I was like, man, it's getting to be too much.
So we're going to do that.
Coming out this wide.
Yeah.
It was like really thick, and it was just long, thick layers of wool on me.
Well, yeah, and we'll see some of that, and like people go, you can see the the piece of fluff that Jenifer bought, and she unwrapped it on the show, and it looks like, okay, that's a good chunk of wool. But then when you started spreading it out, because you said how many yards of yarn you get out of it.
Yeah.
And
it depends on how thick you spin it.
right. But it was
so I was looking, it was a lot. I was looking at some of my amounts on Ravelry to see. You can actually get like 15 to 2,000, 1,500 yards, 2,000 yards.
Right.
Out
you
of
see
just
that.
that.
That blew me
if I spin
away.
It thin.
That blew me away till you started spreading that out, and then because I couldn't see how you get that much out of it. But then when you started spreading that fluff out, holy smokes, there's a lot there.
Yeah, and then if you're doing it real thin, you just have a few, maybe 5, 6 fibers.
Yeah.
Going and spinning, and all of that's a lot of yardage.
Yeah. So we're going to experience that. You'll get to see it on video. We're going to drop spindle, most basic spinning. We're going to see. And I'm going to make the drop spindles. So Jenifer, before we started recording this, Jenifer was giving me instructions on how to do it. So
yeah, showed a couple. It's easy. Just use good glue.
Yep. So I'll make them and sand them down, and I might even stain them. You never know. We'll see how much time I have. Yeah. We'll see. And then on June 29, it's like this whole show is going to be about what we're going to do, but whatever. So June 29, Jenifer and I are going to do, and it sounds like Beth might be joining us, but anyway, we're going to do Tour de France every day. Well, as many days as we can. Tour de France. Shirt. Yep, there you go. Go a little bit higher for people. La creme de la creme. Okay. Yeah. Jenifer has has a T-shirt that has the popsicle sticks or popsicles with yellow, green, colors. Polka dot, and white for the 4 jerseys of the Tour de France.
Yep.
So
I bought that last year. I saw that. I'm like, oh, that's cute. I have to have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I usually don't buy a lot of printed I don't wear a lot of T-shirts like this, but this was cute.
Yep.
And I'm like, I could totally wear that in public. It's not too much. It's really cute.
Yeah.
Because normally I don't buy these kinds of things.
Yeah, it's one of those if you know T-shirts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To anyone else, it's 4 popsicles, but
yeah, they're like, oh, it's whatever. Yeah.
Anybody who follows the Tour de France knows immediately those are the 4 jerseys. So, so the 29th, which is the prologue, that's the opening day race. We're gonna start at 10 o'clock Eastern, which would be 9 o'clock Central, and that in our experience watching the tour, that will probably give us the better part of 2 hours before before most races end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll catch the back half of the end of each of the day's races. So we're going to do that every day. And no, we can't. We were talking before. We can't actually broadcast the Tour de France.
Yeah, no.
Not and stay out of jail. We can't.
You have to watch it yourself.
Yeah.
We'll have it on quietly so that we can hear it, and we'll just yammer, and you watch it. And if you want to know what's going on, you have to watch it on your own at your house. Yep. Us on blabbering.
Yep.
And then the TV guys will be blabbering. There'll be a lot of blabbering going on.
Yeah, the Tour de France blabber fest. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jenifer and I have watched enough racing that we can explain some things, and of course we'll have Phil Liggett in the background, explaining everything in detail.
Bob Roll and Christian Vandevelde.
Yep. So it's basically going to be a watch party. Jenifer's probably going to spin. I'm going to stitch, and we're just going to watch the Tour de France. We're going to do it every day. Now. After the first week, the Monday, there's 2 rest days, the Monday after the first week and after the second week. So we won't have it then. And then over the 4th of July weekend, from the 3rd through that Saturday or Sunday, we won't do that.
Right.
Because I have to go.
Or Thursday, I mean. The 4th is on Thursday this year.
But I have to leave on the 3rd to go to Illinois. So we can't do it the 3rd, the 4th, or the 5th. And I think we're coming back the 5th, so we could probably do it Sunday the 6th.
Okay. And then there's probably a couple days where I might have to go to Colchester for stitching or whatever.
Yeah,
But if Beth can hang out with you.
yeah. So we'll do it as many days as we can, and if you join us, we'll let you know if we're not going to do it. But it looks like we're going to do, of the 21 stages, it looks like we'll probably get 16 or 17 of them in. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's 2 weeks shows.
right, right. So we're going to do that. We'll do it live so you can comment. And the software we use for the live shows now, the newest version, allows us to do Zoom. So
Oh.
I'm going to do some testing, and if I can get things to work and it's reliable, and so far people who have used it have found it reliable, then we'll broadcast to YouTube and to Zoom
Oh, okay.
because we can do simultaneous. So,
Interesting.
but I got
How
to
does
test it.
that like what's the benefit of that?
Um, I don't know.
I don't
People
know
like
either.
Zoom.
Like,
People like
oh,
Zoom. I don't know.
but isn't Zoom where other people can actually talk back?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
So we could have that,
oh, okay.
I think. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe we don't want that. Maybe we don't want that. I don't know.
I don't know.
Too much jabbering. Yeah.
Cause Zoom, if you've been on this, it can be very interrupty and hard and
Yeah.
difficult. I've been on a couple times with like my big family groups, especially during the pandemic. We tried to do a big family ones, and if anybody even has the slightest noise in their background, it just it ruins. It just interrupts the
Oh,
whole flow of
oh,
conversation. It's can be very messy.
oh. See, the only Zooms I've been on, people have been muted. So,
Oh, see, they have to be alert enough to mute.
oh, maybe we don't want to do that. Maybe we just want
And
to
then
do
they don't
YouTube.
realize that the tiniest noise in the background actually does
Oh,
interrupt the whole flow of
and we
the.
don't. No,
It can be.
we don't want that.
They were
We'll go.
frustrating for me. I just sat there and didn't talk most of the time because every time you try to talk, somebody else trying to talk.
Oh, maybe we'll go with YouTube.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm wondering. I'm like, why? Why are we gonna do
Maybe,
it?
yeah, maybe we'll just stick with YouTube. Yeah, that might be a little too much. So, okay, talk me into it. YouTube.
I don't know. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if you knew something about Zoom that's different that I didn't know.
I know very little about Zoom because I haven't used it
Oh,
very
okay.
much at all. Yeah. So,
Right.
okay, then we'll be on YouTube.
I know. It's like they can type in on YouTube.
Right. Yeah, that works. And the cool
Yeah.
thing about this is the European people will be able to join us.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be
Yeah.
neat.
Because
Yeah.
it's your time.
Right. So, so that's the 29th. We're going to do that. Tour de France, Stitch and Watch, or whatever, watch party. Yep.
Right.
And then I'd call your attention again to the May 5 coronation show that we did with the Royal School. Do check that out if you haven't, to see how all the stitching and everything they did, learn all behind the scenes what they did for the coronation.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Still amazing stuff. All right, I got to ask you about monogamous stitching.
Ah, yes.
Okay, so you're focused on monogamous stitching this time
Mm-hmm.
instead of having a whole bunch, but your monogamous is one project per technique.
Right. So I have one crochet,
Yeah,
one quilty-ish,
right.
one cross stitch, one knitting, one spinning. So yeah, so it's been working. So I just now the temperature one doesn't count because it's throughout the
Yeah,
year. You
yeah,
can
that's
you
just
can't
daily.
yeah. And I've been recording the temperatures, but I've been very lax on doing the actual stitching.
Okay,
I'll probably get all caught up at Sassy Jacks because this is what I'm going to bring.
okay, all right.
Because I hardly need a chart, and you know. So
Yeah,
I've been working on these on the snowmen by Collection Tralala, the Bonhommes de Neige. They're
sounds good to
cute little
me.
snowmen, and
Okay,
there's one for each season: spring, summer, fall, and winter. And I've been doing, and I'm counting all four of them as one, even though they're four individual snowmen that then you sew them and make a little stand up. So I have finished four of the little, I'm doing all the white first. That way, when I go to do the interior stuff,
Yeah.
Some of it you don't even have to count. You just go, that whole section is just one
Yeah.
color,
Yeah.
and so I started on the fourth one yesterday.
Okay.
So I'm
All
getting the
right.
fourth one with all the white done.
So like the carrot nose of the snowman, you just have to fill that in with orange.
Yeah, it's just one color.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
All right. So the thing about monogamous, that okay, because you were trying to do a whole bunch of, say, cross stitch,
yeah,
and you've just stopped that. So I was trying to understand. So did it get to the point mentally where there were just so many of them, you just didn't know where to go, so you just didn't do any of them?
kind of. Yeah,
Okay.
you would be like, which one do I want to work on? I don't know which, and you'd get locked in, like confused, and it just, and then I would work on one a little bit, and then I'm like, oh, but I should be working on this one because I want that on the wall. So then you switch, and then you just keep switching back and forth, and nothing gets done. And then some
Okay.
other little thing comes up. You're like, oh, it's little. I'll finish it real fast. No, not really. There's more stitching than you think.
So
So
you got caught up in the squirrel thing, where
kind of the
yeah.
squirrel, and then just not getting anything done, and that you don't get anything accomplished.
Yeah. So
Like you're
mentally that just
constantly
yeah.
working, but nothing's happening.
Okay, just spinning wheels basically.
Yeah, and
So
not
then
in a
by
good way.
going
Yeah.
to, because I was listening to a sports podcast, and they were talking about essentially the same thing, and I don't remember the context. But then I thought about you, because, so now that you're saying, all right, I'm doing this technique, I'm doing this quilt, and I'm doing this crochet, and I'm doing this cross stitch, then now it's just a matter of, today I can't deal with cross stitch, like your brain is driving you nuts. I can't deal with cross
Right.
stitch. So you can sit there and mindlessly crochet, and
Mm-hmm.
but then you're making progress on one project instead of now going, well, there's 6 crochet projects. Which one do I do?
Right. Yeah. And I would get stuck then not knowing which one. And then before you know it, like a whole hour has gone by. You haven't done anything. You're just sitting there fretting about what to do and just
Okay.
working yourself up and becoming depressed.
Well, see, that was the thing. That's why I wanted to talk to you about it, because
It's
to me it's
like,
that mental thing.
mm-hmm,
And this is supposed to be enjoyable, and it's supposed to free your mind and help you
mm-hmm.
relax. But in fact, by having all these things going, it was doing the opposite.
Yeah. It was getting me all locked up and just couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. And then they would battle with each other. Which one do I want to do more? And then, Urian would come in and be like, oh, let's go to Starbucks and get a coffee. I'm like, all right. And then we spend 2 hours because we take Sophie, we walk her,
Right,
we meet people in the park, we chat forever.
right.
Nothing gets done that day. I could have
Yeah,
spent that hour actually just saying, I'm going to cross stitch, pick up the cross stitch, and that's it.
and go.
It's like,
Yeah.
this is what I'm cross stitching. And if your
Okay.
eyes can't handle, if you're doing 40 count, well, then if if you want to stitch, then pick up your quilt project. Or knit or spin or
Yeah.
crochet. Those are the things I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Whatever.
much.
Yeah. Whatever fits you at that time, but you're able to pick
Yeah,
something up and go with it rather than
instead of having to choose. And
yeah.
then maybe the other thing with cross stitch sometimes is like, I don't like, a lot of people like to kit up and have 20 DMCs. They have 2310s because they've got 20 projects that use that color. That costs a lot of money
Mm-hmm.
and it's a big mess, and I'm not going to do that. That bothers me. That is a real problem for me. So then having to go through and find all my colors, because some of them are over in this little thing because I was using them for this project, and some of them were here because I was having to sort through and find all that it
Yeah.
drove me crazy.
So then this monogamous stitching approach, then basically it's just cleaning, mentally it's just cleaning everything up so you can focus on actually
Yeah.
moving forward.
Yes, everything is in one spot because I'm working on one project. I don't have to go hunting through everywhere. And then when you're hunting through stuff, you're like, oh, look at that. It's almost done. Oh, and then you feel guilty because you didn't almost finish it's just
Yeah.
too much. It was too cluttery in my mind, and my mind needs calmness.
Right. Well, no, that's why I wanted
You
to
know,
ask you is what was
yeah,
happening in your head because it becomes,
a big mess.
yeah, okay, because
I
I can
mean,
see that.
I like to have everything tidy anyway, so it can't be a big mess up in here too.
Yeah. And then now doing this now several months, you're much happier all the way
Yeah,
around.
yes. I
And
have one thing that I'm working on each thing. And if I'm going to crochet, I'm going to sit down and do this. If I'm going to knit, I've got a knit project. If I'm going to
yeah.
cross stitch, I'm working on this. And I'm getting done fast. I mean, I've got one more, and this, because I've been doing these, there's four, you kind of get into a flow and you know
Yeah.
exactly how to do it, where to go. And then when it comes to the colors, I'll just pull all the colors. I'll put them in one of my little boxes and line them all
Hmm.
up because I do the bobbins. And then I'll just pick from the colors and I'll look in each chart and be like, okay, where do all of the 310s go? And I'll just stitch all the 310s all over. And because I've done all the white, I don't have to count. It's all done for me. I just fill in.
Okay, so on these snowmen then, all right, now I'm starting to see on the
Mm-hmm.
snowmen. So by doing all of the white, which is what looks like
The
80%,
majority.
eighty
Yeah.
percent of the stitching,
Yeah.
then now you're going to go through in all those four snowmen and do all the orange, do all the black, all the red,
Yep.
all the blue.
Yeah.
So when you get through all the colors, you'll be
And
finished
I'll have them all
essentially.
done. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's kind of neat.
So I'm
Yeah,
treating them like I would one big full coverage project, like my Paula Vaughn um, quilt
yeah,
of the seasons, where I pull, and I would get my little box, you know, those boxes that you put all the little things in,
right.
the
Hmm.
little dirty plastic boxes, and I would line them all up, and I'd pick them all out and get them all lined up, and then I would just sit down, and for the next month or two, just stitch from my box, and it's great,
Hmm.
and I would get it done,
Yeah, because that's
and then I
interesting.
can.
That's an interesting approach. Because so many designers, they'll come up with a design and then that has anything to do with the season or whatever, or the month of the year, and then they'll make a series.
Right.
Easy, it's a natural progression. But if you're like me and you can't keep up month to month,
Yeah.
uh, doing it that way, the way you're doing it, there's a fun thing. We just basically do it
Mm-hmm.
by color. So
Yeah.
you have all four seasons and
Mm-hmm.
just do it by color on each one. That's pretty cool. That'll
Yeah,
work.
because I've got them all. And then, I did like those cottages and stuff, the
Right,
seasons.
right.
And those were a little bit harder because they did, and I had them, they had all come out. So I just had them all. But then
Yeah.
I got, and I would treat those as each one individually
Hmm.
because by the end of the cottage, I got sick of doing them. I wouldn't do all 12 because there's 12. This is
Yeah,
only four,
yeah,
you know?
right.
And man, I got sick of doing those cottages.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's another thing for me. I have a couple of those series I purchased a long time ago, and then I realized
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going to do them.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I just get weary of the same basic subject every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
then
I did do those one at a time.
yeah, but some people enjoy that. They like to do that and the variation,
Yeah.
that's the
Mm-hmm.
fun thing about this hobby is that there's so many different ways to approach it. And
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of people that you put out a series and they'll collect them all. That's what they do. That's their hobby is
Mm-hmm.
collecting all these small things and stitching them.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many of them actually get finished, but I'm not one to care
Oh.
about finishing. So
Yeah. Well, I haven't even started them yet, but I got those the monthly Quakers by, oh, it's in my notes. Something with a P, I think. Let me look on my tablet. And if Kim has those at Sassy Jacks, I want to get the rest of them. Oh, where are they?
so
From the
like
Heart Needle Art. from the Heart
Okay.
Needle Art Quakers, the monthly Quakers. I have 3 of them, but if I can get them all, and they all look like they can be stitched in maybe 1, 2, or 3 colors,
Uh-huh.
and I'll do them each individually, but I could finish the whole one, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
But see, you're one who, when you do that series, like you're really good about finishing them and then displaying them on an ongoing basis too, like monthly things or seasonal
yeah.
things. Yeah.
I have a couple. Yeah, I've been lazy lately, but
Yeah. But
we're
you
not
actually
moving,
use them
so
though.
yeah. I
Um,
do. I
yeah.
use them. I get them out. I display them. I change my Polyvon. The months that I do have finished for the quilts of the seasons, they have one
Hmm.
every month. I do change them. I
Yeah.
only have through May framed. I need to get June and July framed,
Yeah. But
and
see, that's the
August.
thing. You use them though. When you do a series like that, then
Mm-hmm.
they get displayed and switched out.
Yeah,
And yeah.
yeah. But this, yeah, the monogamous stitching is just a way to like kind of clear my brain a little.
Yeah.
And then imagine once I get all of these projects that I've started actually done, I'll gain so much more space because don't have to store all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because
No, I
before
can
I only
see.
had
Yeah.
one little thing that all my cross stitch lived in, you know,
Hmm.
in one area. Now it's spread out all over because I have so many things started. It's just too much.
Yeah.
It's too messy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not working for me.
No, I
I've
can
tried it
see.
for what, like 5 years now? It's not
Uh-huh.
working.
Yeah. No, I can see how it cleans things up. No,
Hmm.
it makes some sense. Yeah.
So that's
No,
kind of another reason why I'm doing it is because I want to, one, actually stitch things I really want stitched, and two, to clean up, clean house.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it just it got me thinking the other day about this because its approach, and I'm fascinated by the mental process. So then, but that doesn't stop you from buying future projects.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
But I'm gonna be pickier about and really think about what I'm buying.
okay.
And if I'm not just gonna be like on a whim, oh, that's cute, and just get it, No. It's gotta be something that I really want to make that I'm going to put out and I have a plan for.
Yeah. Because see, that's what I've been doing. That's what I decided to do. Is what I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to instead of chasing the next shiny object, I've decided these are the things I'm actually going to do because I care about them and I want them,
Yeah.
and focus on those and set the other.
Yeah.
I've already put all the others away. They're just out of
Mm-hmm.
sight, and
Yeah.
what's out is what I want. I want to do. Yeah.
Yep. And not chase the latest craze that
Yeah.
everybody's crazed about.
Because it's real easy to do that, and chances are everything you buy you like, but
Oh yeah. I
but
like
you
tons
can't
of stuff. I
you
don't need
can't
it all
do it
though.
all. Yeah, yeah.
I had to get
So,
that way with like knickknacks and stuff for the house too. It's
oh,
like I like everything. Everything's pretty, it's all great, but I don't need it and I have nowhere to put it.
yeah,
So, I don't need to
yeah,
buy it.
yeah, yeah. Margaret's in charge of trinkets around here.
Mm-hmm.
They look nice. I don't dust them. I don't want Yeah, to me that's just more stuff to dust. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Just kind of come into it too. Yeah. So,
No,
although I
it's
don't
just
dust anymore.
the mental aspect. Oh, we went to a musical the other day in St. Louis, and we were talking to the lady in front of us, and she's a nurse, but she specializes in mental health.
Oh, okay.
And so I was asking her, I said, is this true? We hear in the press about mental health, and you hear about different people, mental health, celebrities and things. I said, is
Mm-hmm.
this really getting the focus it deserves? And she said, yeah. She said that she's really enjoying it, and it gets the support. It's recognized as an issue that needs to be addressed,
Right.
and
And
so
it's,
that it was a career shift she had made
oh,
uh,
okay.
from she was doing trauma, I think, which I got to believe you can only do so long and then you just go crazy.
Yeah.
But she had switched. And she said that she's really enjoying it and is finding herself making a difference
Nice.
for people.
Yeah.
And so that got me also thinking about needlework and mental health, because we've talked about that a bunch of times, and there's a plus. So, yeah, that's,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Just having too much and being too scattered was not helping me.
right, right,
And I do feel a lot better now that I've just been really, it's like, this is what I'm doing.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, I'm doing my version of it, and
nice.
but for me, it's just time to get it done. So, yeah, whatever.
And I
I'll get
find I
there.
have more time because I'm not debating and wondering what am I going to stitch, and it I actually have more time and I'm actually stitching more and not futzing around with stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
You know?
But see, that's the other thing. You're not wasting time, like you described. You sit there for an hour trying to figure out what you want to do, and then you go get ice cream or whatever with your husband and Sophie, and
Yep.
now the whole time period is just a complete.
Yeah.
You enjoyed yourself,
Nothing.
but you come back and nothing. And it's time to go to bed. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and nothing has happened. Yep. So
Yes. So
okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, how much do we? Oh, yeah. I'm already running out of time. Okay, let's
Oh,
do
okay.
a would you rather, because I think this is fun.
Mm.
Would you rather have 2 hours of flawless stitching or an uninterrupted day of stitching, no matter how it works out?
Hmm. Maybe the whole day, especially if you're going to take Sophie with them so I don't have to feed her or take her out to potty.
Yep. Okay. So no
Yeah.
matter no matter how it comes out, even if it's average stitching, the whole
Hmm.
day to do it uninterrupted.
Yeah, well, unless I make a mistake and have to, I mean,
Well, yeah, but
I really like am over counter,
yeah,
so I don't have to take out that often.
yeah.
I've had a couple of massive examples of where I've had to take stuff out, but
Mm-hmm.
it's only happened a couple times.
Yeah. Because it was,
So,
it's I mean, basically, it's would you rather be a perfectionist or, knock yourself out for two
oh,
hours and be a perfectionist, or would you rather just stitch and enjoy yourself?
I'd rather
And
just stitch and enjoy the day and
yeah,
have the whole
yeah,
day to just,
yeah. See, that's where I struggle, is the perfectionist part. I
oh,
really have to fight that. It's really hard for me.
yeah.
So for me, 2 hours of flawless stitching would almost be like a victory.
Ah, uh-huh.
But I know the mental energy that would go into that, and I'm not sure
Oh
it's
my
worth it. You know what I
gosh.
mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So because see, to me,
You
yeah,
need to do some slow stitching. You need to
yeah,
follow that K3N and do some. My friend Nancy really has benefited from that because she's a
yeah.
super perfectionist like you, and she has really enjoyed just giving it up to the slow stitching and just stitching it and not worrying and just
Oh,
letting it become what it's gonna. She's really liked it. It's really helped her.
hmm,
Yeah, she's really enjoyed it.
hmm.
And then it
Okay.
just gave her a little break so that she could go. And then she's like, now I'm in the mood to go back and be super perfectionist here again, you know? It just
Oh,
gave
I
her that
see.
break.
Yeah, yeah,
She had a little vacation from being super perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a problem. It's a problem for me. It
Yeah.
really is. I struggle with it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I just, yeah. And I want to go, yeah, I mean, to the point where under the magnifier, that stitch doesn't quite look right. Well, it's a 40 count, it's single strand on 40 count. Really? I care about that? It's an
How
X.
can,
Move on,
yeah.
you know? But I get
Oh,
like that. And
goodness.
I get bogged
Oh,
down and
oh dear.
I'm monkeying around and then I sit back, 40 count piece. What am I, yeah, under the magnifier, it may be not
Mm-hmm.
exactly right, but I can't tell. So what am I doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. chewing up
Especially,
mental energy. Yeah.
move your magnifier away, step back,
But I can't see the holes then.
No, but that's what I'm saying, though. You move it away
Oh,
and just
yeah.
look at it and then go, I don't see anything.
Yeah.
You have to give your eyes a little look at it without the magnifier and just,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's
yeah.
what I got to work on. That's really hard. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. Okay. All right. Well, now see, it's been mental health. The mental health show is what we're calling this.
Of
Yep.
course.
Yeah. Oh, and then I don't know if I said on the last show that movies and TV shows that you can stitch and watch, that somebody had a term for that I heard,
Oh,
folding laundry
well,
movies.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
was, I
love
was
that.
like, washing machine.
Yeah. No, folding laundry, you can fold laundry and
Mm-hmm.
watch the movie.
Oh,
Yep.
so you know what I've been watching a lot lately is the Gilmore Girls. I've started this, I've watched the whole thing before. But
Okay.
recently I started as something just easy to watch while we have dinner that you don't have to pay because you've seen it, but it's fun and light. There's a lot of cross stitch in that show
Oh,
on the
really?
walls,
Oh.
samplers. Yeah, and the houses, and at the end there's a couple of samplers, and everybody's house. If you watch the walls, you'll see some
Wow.
samplers and stuff. Yeah, seen a lot of cross stitch in Gilmore
Oh.
Girls.
Okay. So that might be worth, even though I have no interest
Mm-hmm.
at all in the Gilmore Girls.
It's a fun show. Have you ever watched it?
No.
We'll see.
No.
You don't know. You don't know
I
what
think
you're
I
missing.
know. I think I know.
No.
I just finished watching a series on Netflix, Fool Me Once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a
It's,
Harlan Coben?
yep, you're right.
Okay.
You know that
Yeah.
yeah, because his stuff is fantastic. His books are
Mm-hmm.
fantastic.
His
So
books are good. The series are good.
yeah, and he's a warped little mind, that Harlan Coben. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Big time. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan. I even watch the ones that are in other languages and they dub it over.
Oh, okay.
There's a
Yeah.
few of them that they've filmed them in like either Poland or other countries that you
Uh-huh.
can tell if you watch their mouths.
Uh,
It's not, but they're fantastic. The
yeah.
acting's good. The dubbing is good. It's all good.
He's a great author. He's really
Yeah.
good. I've read several of his books. Yeah.
I've listened to him on Audible.
Yeah.
So I've
Yeah.
listened. I've even listened to him and watched the show.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, and they're good. It's all good.
Well, this series was really good. Yeah, he's a warped little mind. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
His always have some twists.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
this one, I'd read the book, but it
Uh-huh.
was so long ago I've forgotten about it.
Which one
So,
was this one?
Fool Me Once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the plot?
Um,
Who are the
her
people?
husband
What are
is
they doing?
killed. She's a military captain,
Okay.
chopper in Iraq War or something. I don't know. I think they updated it a little bit. But her husband's killed, and her sister's killed while she's overseas in the military. And then her husband's killed, and she's married to his family is one of those rich pharmaceutical companies, old school
Oh.
pharmaceutical companies, and they're
Uh-huh.
cheating on all the tests and making people sick.
Oh dear.
And yeah, and
I
so
don't
it's
think.
her quest to find out who killed her husband.
Okay. I haven't seen or read
Oh,
this one, I don't think.
I'm gonna leave it there, because if I tell any
Okay.
more, it will
Yeah. All
ruin
right.
the twist that is like all yeah.
That one's new on Netflix, isn't it? Pretty
Yes.
new?
Yes.
Okay. I've been watching Vera on BritBox
Okay.
again, the whole
Yeah.
series. I just finished the whole 13, 14
Okay.
seasons.
Yeah.
And
Well,
now I've been watching cycling, so.
yeah. Well, give this a try. It's
Okay.
8 episodes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It's a good ride.
Oh, nice.
And it's basically a laundry folding viewing. You can stitch and keep up without.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just
because
know
they're
when.
8 episodes long, they're nice.
Right.
It's long enough. They don't pack it all into one where you have to watch everything.
Right. And there's enough dialogue you can follow without watching every scene. And when it gets quiet, you know to look up to make sure that you catch what's going on. Yep.
Right.
Laundry folding movies. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's my latest one. Highly recommended. Yep.
Nice.
All right, that's it. This Sunday we have from the Woolen Needle, we have Annette Boland, and you want to check that out because I think people want to try a wool applique, and she has some great designs. And we'll be back live next Wednesday, and 24th and 5th we are going to be at Sassy Jacks, so look for that. And if you're in the area, one of those nights will be a meet and greet, so join us for refreshments, and we'd like to meet you.
Yeah.
I struggle that people want to meet me or you, but we'd like to meet them, you know?
Yes.
So join us for that. And then the 29th, mark that on your calendar so you are with us when we start with the Tour de France. Yep.
Mark it on my calendar too.
Yeah, we're going to need you there. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep. All right, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Yep. Bye.